Hi, Jeff.
Hi, Lenka. Hi, Sam. I think we're live and going out to the world, which is fantastic. So thank you for that. A couple of things today, of course, that are coming up. I would like very much to report to you that the war in Ukraine is over, that central banks have got inflation and interest rates at 2.5%, that COVID-19 is a bygone, that supply chains around the world have been restored, that little rocket man has lost the ability and the inclination to play with nuclear weapons, that global economies are robust, that climate change doesn't exist, and that energy costs have halved, etc., etc. That's what I'd like to report. But the reality, of course, is somewhat more sobering than that. And really, where would we be if we had no fundamental anomalies to play with as traders? Well, in this session, we're going to get a cross-section, really, of ideas for the week ahead from three separate senior traders, one of whom ignores fundamentals, the second of which counts them as first priority in his analysis, and the third who uses a snippet of them to add flavour to the main event. So let's kick it off with someone who really ignores them, don't you, Lenka? As we say hi to Lenka in Sydney. How you doing, mate? I can't hear Lenka for some reason because Lenka's muted.
Oh, yeah. Sorry about that.
There you go. That's
yes,
okay.
Hello. Hey, Jeff. Yes, definitely only looking at the chart. So no fundamentals here considered.
As I say, it would be a very, very boring world if we all did the same thing. So
Indeed.
Let's see. What have you got for the week ahead, mate? What's looking good?
Okay, let me just share my screen. All right. So this week I'm going to be looking at GBP JPY, and this is what I'm looking at. I'm going to be looking at short. So what I'm looking at is that little band of where we've been as a little range. So we are at the moment at the top. Now, it was a bullish engulfing bar, but again, we had one before. And it came back to that resistance line and came back. So what I'm looking at is to see if that pattern indeed repeats again. And so on the daily, the price might go higher, same as before over here, where it goes above that range. But what I'll be looking for on the 4-hourly chart is the price to either bounce off that top resistance or go through and come back. So I'm looking for basically a pushback from the resistance or a false break, then a retest at around that line, or a lower high to look for short back to the bottom of that range. So that's
kind
what
of need a little bit of something from this pair, don't we, Lenka? It's very much a case of what charts at the 4-hour.
Yeah.
2, 4, 6 last 8 candles. You wouldn't want to be banking on those, would you? Really, at the end of the day, we need to see something a little bit more conclusive than that.
Yeah. So we need something more. This is not something that's going to, probably set up in the next day or two. That might take a little while, but that's what I'm looking for there.
Cool.
Similarly, obviously, Euro JPY, similar in terms of they're correlated. So again, seeing that level of resistance there and looking for that to go lower. Again, we have strong price action in the upward direction, which it's possible it could go there. But if it does, I'm not looking to go long until it's above that second level and that does a retest. So I'm still looking for short at this point in time. Looking for the price to go again below, coming back below that level a lower high and then looking for short after that. The other one I'm looking at is Euro GBP. And Euro GBP, I'm looking for short there as well. So we've had that big pushback all the way. That was a move last week. So now looking at below that level, we might see the price go a little bit higher, maybe a false break of that mother bar, and then would be looking at short after that. So on the 4-hour chart, it would be somewhere near that level of the trend line there, or it could be around the horizontal level. And the last one I'm looking at this week is going to be GBP CAD. And GBP CAD, I'll be looking at long opportunities here. So we had a big pushback back into that previous level. So now looking at the price action here is also in the upward momentum. So looking on the 4-hourly for a pullback to this trading line or to the horizontal, and then I will be looking for long opportunities after that, obviously if there is price action supporting it at that point. So those are the 4 pairs for me for the upcoming week.
Yeah, look, a little bit like a football with nails in it, I reckon, the pound at the moment. It's very hard to catch. And
it is,
it's just really all over the shop. It finds a little bit of confidence. We have changes with prime ministers, queens die, and I mean, full respect, there's no way you can get around those sort of things. But it seems to be all over the place. The economy is all over the place, and Ash will probably tell us a little bit more about that in a minute. But let's hope it can produce something for you and for us as the week progresses. Thanks very much, mate. How's the weather in Sydney?
Thank you. Yeah, it's been great. Went to Luna Park today, had a great family time. Went to the beach yesterday. Was lovely. Yeah.
Okay. Nobody living in Melbourne could say exactly the same thing, I'm sure. Nor in northern Tasmania, I've got to say. Very, very wet up there. All right. Thanks, mate. Have a great week.
You're welcome. Thanks, you too.
All right. Let's slice across to where? Brighton in the UK, where Ash is
I am here, mate. I can't share my video. My video's been stopped by the host. Which is you.
Okay. I'm not the host, am I? No, I'm not. I'm the co-host.
Oh,
Sam will fix it up for you straight away. There you go.
We're on. We are on. Okay.
I can't hear any seagulls, mate. You got the window open or what?
No, they're very quiet at the minute. I don't. It's winter now. Well, it's not winter, but it's getting close. Getting close to winter, so they're probably there's a few pigeons around, but the seagulls have decided to migrate. I think go to probably off to Australia to see you, Lenka. Actually, go somewhere a bit warmer.
Yeah,
it's
been good here for the last couple of days, but we had a lot of rain, so it wasn't that great before.